Hello, my name is Alexis Montañez. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to present and defend an idea. So, welcome. Why is it important to learn to defend an idea or a position? Okay, argument is of enormous importance in social life. We use argumentation to justify our thoughts or behaviors, to persuade others of our views, to influence the behaviors of others. It is very important to know how to defend what we think and in a very respectful way, so that nobody forces us to think or act against our convictions. These two videos talk about a very important topic in the United States. It is gun control. Our position is the following. To begin, we think that bearing arms is a danger to society and should be prohibited. I agree that it's time to talk about gun control. In the United States, the possession of bearing of arms is normal. There is even a law that protects the bearing and marketing of weapons. It is an old law, but is not so old that manufacturing and marketing are too portable a business. In the video for the Daily Show, after the discovery of arsenal and weapons in a citizen's suitcases, the presenter talks about the concern about the massacres and mass murders of innocent people and citizens who have nothing to do with the armed conflict. Bearing arms is a danger in a society that feeds on violence through television series and action movies. In my opinion, what in the past could be legalized to suffragette people's lives and simply in becoming the main threat of destruction and self-destruction for the same people. The transport, possession, and bearing of arms of ordinary citizens should be prohibited, and armed violence on television and in movies should be prohibited. Okay, to defend my position, I would like to quote procon.org in your document. Should more gun control laws be enacted? Civilians, including hunters, should not own military-grade firearms or firearms accessories. President Ronald Reagan and others did not think the AR-15 military rifle, also called M16 by the Air Force, should be owned by civilians, and when the AR-15 was included in the assault weapons ban of 1994, which expired on September 13, 2004, the NRA supported the legislation. The Second Amendment was written at a time when the most common arms were long rifles that had to be reloaded after every shot. Civilians today have access to folding, detention, or telescoping stocks that make the guns more easily concealed and carried. Silencers to muffle gunshot sounds, flash suppressors to fire in low light conditions without being blinded by the flash and conceal the shortest location, or grenade launcher attachments. Jonathan Lowey, director of Legal Action Project of the Brady Centers to Prevent Gun Violence, stated, "These are weapons that will share your venation before you eat it or go through the walls of your apartment when you're trying to defend yourself. They are made for mass killing but not useful for law-abiding citizens." Countries with restrictive gun control laws have lower gun homicide and suicide rates than the United States, but Switzerland and Finland requires gun owners to acquire license, pass background checks that include mental and criminal records, among other restrictions and requirements. In 2007, Switzerland ranked number 3 in international gun ownership rate with 45.7 guns per 100 people. In 2009, Switzerland had 24 gun homicides and 253 gun suicides. Finland ranked for international gun ownership rate with 45.3 guns per 100 people. In 2007, Finland had 23 gun homicides and 172 gun suicides. The United States categorized as having permissive firearm regulation but gun policy.org ranked first in international gun ownership rates with 88.80 guns per 100 people. In 2007, the United States had 12,632 gun homicides and 17,352 gun suicides. Harvard professor David Hemingway wrote, "We analyzed the relationship between homicide and gun availability using data from 26 developed countries from the early 1990s. We found that across developed countries where guns are more available, there are more homicides." According to a March 2016 study, gun homicide rates in the United States were 25.3 times higher and gun suicides were 8 times higher in 2010 than in other populous high-income countries. Additionally, 90% for women, 91% of 0 to 40 years old, 92% of 15 to 24 years old, and 82% of all people killed by firearms were from the United States. In conclusion, one country is not safer than another if it has more weapons and police. A country is safer and more dignified as long as there is a social justice, education, culture, and especially while we have family and social values that defend life above all things and despite any circumstance. Until next video, thanks for watching.